Hello and welcome along to the Sports Express Show. We're going to turn our attention now to boxing, looking at some action that happened recently and also looking at the developments that are happening in the heavyweight division because we've got some massive news that are coming through from there. But my brother, before that, we're going to start with the fight that we saw recently.
Aye.
Well, it was an exhibition fight, so it's not really much to say or report on. And to be honest, we're only talking about it because Floyd Mayweather was involved in it.
Yeah.
That was a fight between Mayweather and Logan Paul. Obviously, an exhibition fight does not have a winner. Yeah. So I'm not even sure if we should be talking about this, my brother. But it did go Logan Paul did go the distance with Floyd Mayweather, the 8 rounds, which I think is the only thing that was sort of impressive from him, is that he lasted the distance with Floyd Mayweather.
You know what?
Yeah.
We currently are jumping on that train, albeit at the end, but let's jump on it anyway.
Yeah.
And let's just add our 1 cent. It's not even bloody 2 cents on this one. During that exhibition, it's not even a fight. Everybody was saying Mayweather will wipe the floor of Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Everybody said that. Even Mike Tyson said to Logan Paul on Logan Paul's podcast. You know, everybody said that. Then he didn't. And then not only did he not do it, but Logan Paul survived the whole match.
Yeah, gave a good account of himself.
Gave a good account of himself. There was a lot of hugging. I don't know whether it was Valentine's Day, but there was a lot of love shown in that ring during the fight, not after the fight, during the fight. Yeah. But he lost it, and I think because of that, technically, emotionally, how can I say this? Maybe not literally, but technically, because he survived, you could say that Logan Paul won. Yes, Mayweather won, right?
Technically, with the points.
Yeah, with the points. He won every round except for one. But Mayweather always loses, or he chooses to lose the first three rounds because he's reading the fighter, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But in that exhibition, Mayweather probably honestly lost about 1 and the rest he won, right? But Logan Paul, because he survived.
That was a big win for him now. Because
that was technically not even a big win for him, but I think that was the win. That was him winning the whole contest because
surviving the whole fight. Yeah.
Just surviving, and also not only surviving, but he did pick up his hand and put a good account of himself. It's not like that other exhibition match that Mayweather had with that Japanese lighty. I don't even remember his name. I'm not even gonna fret about it. But that one it seemed like WWE, like it seemed staged. I mean, every time Mayweather landed a punch, lighty was doing backstroke and flipping in the ring. But anyway, the point is, this time we actually saw somebody come back. We actually saw somebody who put real seriousness in this exhibition. And because he lost it, because Mayweather didn't knock him out, because it wasn't a technical KO, Logan Paul, for me and everybody else, I think won that match.
Yeah, and also won himself a huge amount of cash as well. So congratulations to him, and obviously Floyd Mayweather is Mr. Money himself.
Yeah, but let's be honest, that's what that match was about. It was about money.
It was a cash cow.
Yes, it was, and Mayweather disclosed that at that point, before even the match, he had already made 30 million from the whole fracas, the whole buzz, and the whole, he had already made 30 million. And for Logan Paul, you can expect him to not make less than 15 from that match. I don't know what his official take-home amount was, but let's be honest, it was just a money grab, and it worked. And I think you can expect that from Mayweather from now on, to just do these money grabs. And for him, you know how he is, money Mayweather. Over everything. So in that perspective, both fighters were successful, and
Right, let's talk about real boxing now.
Yeah, real proper
heavyweight boxing.
Yes.
Because we were all looking forward to the Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury fight. That was almost a done deal, according to the promoters Eddie Hearn and both fighters. They were looking to make it happen later on this year, but it looks like that's not going to be happening anymore because the Court of Arbitration for Sports did intervene and basically exercised Deontay Wilder's rematch clause for the trilogy fights against Tyson Fury, because he did lose his belt and he hasn't gotten a chance to defend his belt or get his automatic rematch for that, which means that now we are going to see, or possibly see, a Fury Wilder trilogy, number one, which means Anthony Joshua has to face one of his mandatories. And guess who that is? Right? The former cruiserweight who wiped out the entire division and is now a heavyweight, Alexander Usyk, the
Ukrainian killer.
The Ukrainian killer. So he stepped up to heavyweight. He's had a couple of fights. He's shown what he can do in the heavyweight division. But this will be his first real test. Is arguably his biggest test in his career to fight Anthony Joshua for the undisputed.
Yes. But let us track back. Let us track back, because at some point even you and I reported that this is a done fight. This is it.
That's what they told us.
AJ and Fury, this is it at their prime. Life cannot get any better, and then life did life things. And then, you know, Wilder being the sour lemon that he is, I was going to use another word, but being the sour lemon that he is, he came through. But the question then becomes, can we blame Wilder? And if you put yourself in his shoes, no, we cannot.
Absolutely.
But I would have rather have said to him, Wilder, hold on, bro. let me wipe the floor of AJ. Fury, of course. Let me wipe the floor of AJ, and then I'll get back to you. But Wilder's like, nah, I want it now, because if that were to happen, then Wilder would be putting himself in a pinch as well. So
in the back of the rope, because AJ was going to want his rematch as well.
Exactly. So it was just gonna delay his process. So putting myself in his shoes, I definitely do not blame Wilder. It makes sense. But it's not gonna be a great match, to be honest with you, because we can expect more of the same from the second match. You can't teach Wilder boxing. He's not a boxer. You can't teach him to duck, swerve, and you know, move around like a pro. He's never done it, and he won't do it. He's won 95% of his fights via knockout. He's just a 1-2 combination, and then it's done. So how do you teach a man, how do you teach an old dog
new tricks?
I
guess for him it would be like you'd have to adopt a different strategy. Obviously he's a one trick pony. You know, in terms of what he can do, he's always looking for the knockouts. I think if he was to fight Tyson Fury again, he would have to try and adopt something different, try to survive the match. He did that in the second match in terms of surviving the first couple of rounds, and I think got knocked out in the 7th round by Tyson Fury. So I think he needs to do more of that, and also try to connect his punches. I mean, my guy, he got bullied in the second fight. So just try and give a better account of himself.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'm not expecting much from Wilder, to be honest with you. Changed his trainer. We've seen clips of him moving around, using the jab, actually using the bloody jab, not to just blind the guy and then throw the haymaker. No, he's actually using his jab, but it's not going to change anything for me. And I really do hope I eat my words at the end of the day, that we actually do see a competitive Wilder, but I still don't think a competitive Wilder will beat a Tyson Fury.
Right. Let's talk about Joshua and Usyk now. Right. We talked about Usyk and the couple of fights that he's had in the heavyweight division, but he hasn't really been challenged with the big boys, and it doesn't really get bigger than Anthony Joshua right now, because he has all the belts. And it's also going to be a tough fight for Joshua. You know, he's fought great fighters before. He's fought the likes of Klitschko and stuff. But this one is a very tricky fighter, Usyk, because he's not only powerful, but he's also a very skilled boxer.
I would say this is his toughest fight. I think when he fought Klitschko, it was an aged Klitschko, and Klitschko dropped him. I mean, Klitschko in that match rolled back. He dropped him proper. And Klitschko in that match rolled back the years, son. But it wasn't a prime Klitschko, right? But with this one, I feel that Usyk is maybe not necessarily his prime, but he's not some young fish out of the water. He's skilled, that guy. He's on another level to what Anthony Joshua has faced in terms of opponents. So I do feel that this one is anyone's game, and I feel that I checked on social media that it's already confirmed. I hope that it goes through. I don't know who's gonna take it. I'm not gonna do any predictions. I'm just gonna enjoy the boxing match, and we'll see where it goes from there. Because if Usyk wins it, which is very flipping possible, if Usyk wins it,
spanner in the works,
then where does the heavyweight division go to from here, son? Everybody's gonna be chasing Usyk, and now he's gonna be the king of the division. We can only hope he's not gonna do an Andy Ruiz Jr. and cock it up the second time like that Yeah. So let's just hope that, you know what, this is going to be a crack of a match. And there were talks as well, even after this Fury Wilder trilogy, that it's going to happen in July, and then in September it's going to be the AJ and Fury match. We don't know, but I think such talks are exciting.
Yeah.
And I think them trying to make it happen is even better, because let's be honest, all talk and no action is not a good thing. We saw it with Pacquiao and Mayweather for so many years, and eventually it happened, and it was just
Right. We love the sports, but the downside of boxing is that we have to wait. Because there's always been talks, and the fights are always lengthy in terms of the preparation. So we'll talk about boxing a bit later on once we get closer to the fights.
Yeah, guys, like we said, we'll talk about it as soon as we get closer to the time. Nothing is really set in stone right now. But anyway, until then, guys, please comment, like and subscribe, and please press the notification bell, and we'll catch you again next time. Peace.